I put up a selection of 4 games that I have been gifted, and everybody voted, and the choice of the game that I've been gifted for me to try out this week is Slay the Spire. I've been dismembered, apparently. So we're trying out Slay the Spire, and that's how today is going to start, right? Right? There we go. Hey, look, it'll rotate. There's a new one every week. All right, so this is the first thing that I'm doing today. Then we're gonna go through that shit posting channel and see what's in there. Then we'll play multiplayer games. Whoever's on, you know, whatever people want to play. If it's a Smash Bros, if it's Mario Maker, whatever. We're gonna do that afterward. And there we go. So let's get into Slay the Spire. So hello everyone, Alias, No Soul for me, Larynx, Punchworthy. I was gonna say Larry, but then Larynx came out, and then I had to like put the Punchworthy after it then also, but it sounded weird. Essie, Shisui, Totsuka, Dong Diggity. How you guys going? Yeah, I've heard of this game and I've never seen it either. All I know about it... What up, Flex? There we go. I do, yeah. Those are for a while ago. What are these? So this is a backup. Yeah, I was messing with this game for a while. Yep, that's a backup. I was like digging. This one, so I have 2 backups of it here and here. This one though is actually just like a bunch of notes that I have as I was like digging really deep. When I was doing a deep dive into this game, I took a lot of notes on it while we were like, here's my recreation of the Sayori. This was me like, it'll take too long to explain what that is. Anyway, yeah, cool stuff. Anyway, yeah. So, Slay the Spire, let's get into it. So, I tried to set my resolution high, and it didn't do it. So, like, here we are, settings. I set my resolution and borderless full screen, right? But there's no, like, confirm. So, I guess that means I have to exit the game and relaunch it now? That's immediately weird. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I love that kind of stuff, Ilias. I think that, like, puzzles like that are so fun. And, it's part of the reason that, like, The Witness was what is happening? It's part of the reason that, like, The Witness was one of my favorite puzzle games of all time, because, like, I had to do things like screenshot a puzzle, pull it into Photoshop, and start, like, messing with sliders and stuff to, like, figure it out, you know? It was so awesome. Alright, here we go. Yeah, that and Fez. Yup, Fez also had a lot of stuff that I had to, like, go into Notepad, you know, and like take a bunch of notes and do like work, you know, to like figure shit out, and I thought it was so cool. Alright, there we go. So now let's look at these other settings. This kind of stuff we'll figure out. Don't mute while in the background. That's been bugging me that it's been doing that. And then, okay. Wait, do you guys want bigger text? This is actually an option for you guys, I feel like. Tell me if you want that. Alright, that seems fine. Input. This will probably be fine. Alright. Let's go. Play. Well, we only have one option. Embark on a quest to slay the Spire. Thanks, Foxy. What up, Minin? Choose my character. I guess I'm gonna be the Persona 5 logo. The Ironclad. The remaining soldier of the Ironclads sold his soul to harness demonic energies. So he starts with 99 gold. Burning blood. Okay, he heals. You know, that seems like a good kind of, like, beginner thing, you know? Is that, like, a guy that, you know, has you get punished less for mistakes? Did I make it clear that I've never actually seen this game? Okay, so, elite. Ooh. Enemies, elites, rest. We got potion slots. There's that. They're timing me. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, I guess we'll click on... I kind of like how straight shooting this one is. You know, I don't really want a lot of choices. Plus, it goes right to an unknown. I'm picking this one. Alright, defeat enemies by playing cards from your hand. Cards require energy to play, and once you're out, end your turn. At the start of your turn, new cards are drawn and your energy is replenished. Play defensive cards to gain block when enemies are about to attack you. Oh, so it's Bait and Kaidos for GameCube. Sweet. During your turn, you can observe an enemy's intent above them. Oh, it's Binding of Isaac, not Binding of Isaac, Legend of Bumbo, okay. If an enemy is intent on attacking you, be sure to gain some block. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I don't know if it's Bot and Kaidos, you know, I don't know. I always said Bait and Kaidos, whatever. Alright, well, we have 3 Enerjaw. And he's intent on attacking us for 11. Why can't I see the text of my cards down here? I have to highlight them to be able to... I'll get used to it. So... Apply 2 vulnerable, you say. And he's got 42 health. That's a lot. So, go... Oh my god, Flex, I thought about that. When I said... I've always said baitin'. It's like, go away, baitin'. Okay, here's my idea. If he's striking for 11, I feel like that means that we need to use both of our defense cards, right? So, like, I think we... Oh, strike. And then we probably defend me, yes. And defend me. And there we go. Whoa! My cards went back into my deck. So he only did 1 damage to me now for that. And, oh, so we just get a whole different hand, huh? Okay. Well, I liked my strat. Oh, wait, he's only attacking me for 7 this time. Yeah, that's fine. We still did it. If there are no cards to draw, your discard pile is shuffled into the draw pile. Oh, these are draw and these are discard. Oh, gotcha. I was thinking about it the opposite way. Okay, okay. So he's attacking us for 7. I'll take the 2 damage. That's fine. We'll strike him twice. Strike. Strike. Defend. It's fine to take 2 damage because we're going to heal, what, 6 at the end of combat? Okay, so this time we only have 1 defend, so I might as well bash and see whatever the hell vulnerable is. So let's see. Vulnerable, receive 50% more damage. Gotcha, gotcha. And that's probably for 2 turns now. Gotcha. Oh, I see. Yeah. So it says it on the card. Right, that makes sense because then I know what it is before using it. Okay, so we have now passed the threshold of like how much damage we heal at the end of combat. Vulnerable already wore off, but I applied 2 vulnerable. So I guess the first vulnerable is just for, the first vulnerable... Wait, he blocked some of that? But then this will hit him for 6? Okay, I see. Yeah, that's what it seems like, Flex. So, like, you'd want to lead your combo with vulnerable. Okay, both these things. Did it. Add a card to my deck. Add 2 wounds. Unplayable. Oh, okay. Got it. Like, I see. It adds a dead card to your hand. But then you get a lot of block. Interesting. Okay. Or this is... Exhaust. Okay, that must be like, kind of like discard. Remove until end of combat, you know? Alright. Deals 6 damage. Deals 2 additional damage for all of your cards containing strike. That sounds sweet. I like that. Damage. Big damage. Alright, we did it. Now we get an unknown.
You fall into a puddle. It's made of slime goop. Frantically, you claw yourself out over several minutes as you feel the goop starting to burn. You can feel goop in your ears, goop in your nose, and on your taint. Climbing out, you notice that some of your gold is missing. Looking back to the puddle, you see your missing coins combined with gold from unfortunate adventurers mixed together in the puddle.
Oh, we can get... Oh, I see. So, how much of our gold is missing? I feel like that's very important information. Oh, 36. Got it. You know what? I'm gonna take the loss. We're gonna go... You know, we're gonna go normal, right? Like, I need my health. This isn't, you know, you don't take devil deals on your first run, you know. Well, maybe you do, but... Alright, they intend to use a buff. Oh, okay. So check this out. We're gonna do 18 damage. 2 additional damage for all... Oops, I forgot to quit Discord. Okay, alright, so we're gonna get Perfected Strike just right away. Just blam. Right? And then strike them. Because we don't need defense yet, you know? Oh, it's... Okay, so at the end of its turn, gains 3 strength. Okay. So they're gonna hit me for 6. You know, that seems fine. Yeah, Polyphemus, I remember... You know, I remember the first time I ever beat Binding of Isaac, like the first run I ever did, the reason I beat it was because I was playing as Cain, and I got Technology 2. And in that game, Technology 2 is, like, buffed specifically if you're playing as Cain, because he doesn't have the second eye to do the shots, you know? Like, usually Tech 2 is, like, one eye is consistent laser and the other eye still shoots tears, but Cain doesn't have that other eye, so his Tech 2 beam is stronger. And so I had Cain, Tech 2, and got Polyphemus with it, which was super busted in that game. And you just get this ultimate just fuck everything up laser that just destroys. And, yeah, that's how I beat the game the first time. You get the shovel, and you beat Mom's heart before Mom. That kind of stuff is real weird. Like how you're supposed to beat Mom's heart, like, 10 times or something in order to start to see Sheol. But if you, and like the save file, at least on Rebirth, like tracks it, you know? But if you get the shovel, you can go to Sheol early, and that like updates your it like updates your save file to show the negative or the Polaroid progress, even though you're still doing your mom's heart progress, and it gets really confusing. Okay, so now this thing's strength is raised. And it's gonna attack me for a lot. But we can deal 18 damage to it and kill it. What up, Elu? So we got 14 gold. I like that you click through the things that you get. Choose one of 3 random power cards to add to your hand. It costs 0 this turn. Oh, cool. So that's like an item. Got it, got it. Okay. Fire breathing. Whenever you draw a status or curse card, deal 6 damage to all enemies. That sounds awesome. So, this card applies a power when used. It's a passive ability that remains for the duration of combat. That is sweet. Too bad I don't have any status or curse cards right now, but that sounds really cool. Perfected Strike sure did a lot of damage on that round, though. 14 is a lot of damage as well. And that's only 1. It only costs 1 and it does 14. Fire breathing sounds cool, but I don't have status or curse cards. I feel like that card is cooler. Alright, let's go. Curl up. What's that? Defense thing? Upon receiving attack damage, rolls up and gains 3 block. Okay, okay. Oh, because they have strike in the name. Yeah, yeah, I see that. So, I can just kill one of these Moths and then defend from the other one. So, I'm going to kill the one in back because it's attacking me for 7. And then we will, defend from the one, so we'll only take 1 damage from the other one. Then I can't kill it this turn because this will give it defense and then this won't kill it through the defense. It is just gonna block though. If I had a 3rd strike card, that would be cool. But there we go. Now we should be able to just blast it. Alright. Cool, cool. Now what do we got? Burning Pact. So, exhaust 1 card, draw 2 cards. Ah. Okay. Gain 2 strength, and then lose. You can flex! It costs 0. And then apply 3 weak and vulnerable to all enemies. Wait, exhaust, so removed until end of combat. So then it comes back? Apply 3 weak and vulnerable to all enemies. And then it's like it comes back. Burning Pact seems cool, but I don't love that it costs 1. I feel like I don't have enough energy to support that, you know? Yeah, someone already told me that, no soul form. It also says on screen kind of what it means. Oh, it doesn't come back into your hand, though, because combat is like the whole thing. Right. Yeah. I see. I was reading end of combat as like end of turn. It's going alright, Corloncanada. Thanks for asking. Okay. I'm spending a lot of time on this. Oh, okay. I get the implication of exhaust on a card like this now. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna be a lot. I'm gonna be a lot less. Like, this is community day, right? This is about you guys. So, like, I'm gonna be less, picky about, like, you guys telling me stuff. It's fine with this game, you know, because this is the community game. This is the game that you guys wanted to see. It was gifted to me. Go ahead. Just, you know. Let's see. What am I looking at? What am I looking at here? Shockwave seems cool. Yeah, because it lasts multiple turns. I'll take Shockwave. You have the option to skip. Oh, right, like if you don't want them. Yeah, that's a that's a good point, Ilias. But okay, so we've got this guy. Their intent is to hit me for 7, and it has I love this intent thing. They intend to debuff me. But yeah, let's go with let's just go with, you know, 2 strikes and a defend. And now, it's interesting that your whole hand gets discarded at the end of the turn. Okay, so we deal 25% less damage. Interesting. That's a lot less. That makes this card a lot worse. And he's about to hit me for a big 12. I feel like I need to invoke weak on him. So look at that. Shockwave is coming up right away. Boom. Because now he's not going to hit me for as much. And then, so now he receives 50% more damage. So this will do 15 to him. I think oh, but I don't want to, like, I want to use Hemokinesis next turn, you know? So that's tricky. So I'm thinking, like, but it's so much damage right now. Right. Yeah. I have a chance to redraw it because the deck will reshuffle. I didn't realize how tiny my deck was. I think I go with the defense for this turn. I do have a lot of HP right now. But look at that. Now I'm not weakened anymore, and now Perfect Strike deals a shitload. Boom. 11. And then this will do 9, so let's defend, and we'll surely kill him next turn. There we go. So this will do... Yeah, this will do 9. This will do 9. Sweet. And then, yeah, you heal... I heal, like, 6. Oh, really, Minin? Alright, so what do we got now here? So gain 5 block and deal 5 damage. Whoa! I like that a lot. But it's not a strike. It's not a strike. And then, let's see, Anger. Deal 6 damage, add a copy of this card. Oh! Whoa! 6 damage for 0, and then the deck fills with it? Dude, that sounds awesome. 4 damage and 1 vulnerable to all enemies. That sounds cool, but it's no Anger. Dude, I'm mad. Okay, so we have a boss now. So what's he got? Metallicize. At the end of its turn, it gains 8 block, but it's sleeping. Okay. Interesting. Well, it's sleeping right now, so I'm just gonna blast it with... Oh, no. Okay, so it's stunned, though. We stunned it. I don't see where it says the damage calculation, but I guess I'll find out when there's actually damage calculation to consider. Okay, so this is interesting. It's interesting that this enemy looks like... So we stunned it, right? How did we stun it? I'm not really sure. Maybe if you hit an enemy who's sleeping, they get stunned or something like that. But it looks like we need to stop some of this, right? I think we need to Preferred Strike to get a good amount of damage in. And then I gotta defend a little bit of this, you know? Yeah. Right, I don't... the Power Potion, but I don't have... Oh, the only power card I have is Shockwave, yeah. Which I just drew, so that's good. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Shockwave, so that he's now weakened and vulnerable. Then we got Anger. Bam! Then... What are y'all talking about? It does not tell me what the calculation is. Look at this. Where's the 9? This will... Oh, when you click on it. Okay, so you have to click on the card. And then, I get it. And then when you hover over this card, now it knows to say 9 because you're hovering over an enemy that's vulnerable. I get it. Anyway, he's still gonna hit me for... a lot. I'm gonna defend against it. Because he's vulnerable for a long time, right? So now we're gonna draw more Angers, I hope. Dang. Whoa, what's this? Strategic. Got it. So he's gonna do a negative effect on us. Use the potion. I already used Shockwave this game. No, I'm not gonna. I already used Shockwave this game. Nah, I'm not gonna trust you. I don't feel like it. We're gonna do 21 damage to him with Hemokinesis. And then I'm also going to, let's see. We'll bash and make him... Wait, so that'll make him vulnerable for longer, not necessarily more vulnerable. So I think it's better for me to use both my strikes. So, strength down, and... okay, that's interesting. So this doesn't reduce my block, but it reduces the block that a card would give me. Okay. Shockwave is a skill, not a power, and I don't need the power here. The potion creates 3 power cards. Oh, I see. I thought it was a tutor. So this will deal... Boom. Look at that. Use the power potion. Alright, we got 28 gold. Look at that. Whenever I obtain a curse, increase my max HP by 6. Sweet. Oh, and then you can choose to, since relics are like a permanent, trinket, then, you can choose to get rid of them if you don't like if it has a negative thing. Okay, cool. When you would die, heal 30% of your max HP instead. And discard this potion. Interesting, that sounds amazing. And now what do we got? Clash. Can only be played if every card in your hand is an attack. It's really strong, but that's too unlikely. Deal 9 damage, put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. That doesn't seem like a downside. So, deal 9 damage, put a card from your discard pile on top of your draw pile. I mean, that seems just straight up good. Deal 10 damage, and if it's fatal, raise your max HP by 10.
Yo, feed me more.
I like feed. I mean, 3 isn't a lot, but hey, it might be cool. Okay. We've got a rest here, I see. Headbutt seemed good. And yeah, this game does seem really cool. Upgrade a card in your deck, heal for 30% of your max HP. I wonder if I can do both, but I guess we'll find out. I mean, we gotta see what the smith is, right? So, let's see here. What would anger do? I love anger. It's my favorite card so far. So I'm going to say confirm. Sweet. And now I can't rest. Okay, that's what I thought. Proceeding. Then we got a merchant. Ah, that's true. Headbutt is good with anger. Yeah. And now we can purchase. Oh, look at this hand. I like that. Dark Embrace. Whenever a card is exhausted, draw a card. Man. There's some cool stuff. Flex is on sale. Violence. Put 3 random attack cards from your draw pile into your hand. And it costs 0? It's very expensive, though. And then, Deep Breathe. Shuffle your discard pile into your draw pile and draw a card for 0. Deep Breathe seems cool, too. I'm looking at the stuff. Deep Breathe. This is a flex card. Whenever you exhaust it. So this is a, yeah. Deal 3 damage to all enemies. Dude. Cool. You can now remove cards from your deck at rest sites. Oh, the peace pipe. Card removal service. So remove a card from your deck. It increases by 25 for the rest of the run. I don't know if there's anything I want to remove at this point. I don't really think that there's anything that I don't like. My deck might not be optimal, but I like it. Oh, Deep Breath. You're right. Apply 3 weak. Gain 1 artifact. And artifacts are trinkets, right? That's what I was saying. Or that's what I was calling them. Choose one. Let's color those cards. Yada yada. You know, I don't think I need any of this. I'll take Deep Breath, actually. This... I like Deep Breath. And now we have a treasure. Thread and Needle. Start each combat with 4 plated armor. Nice. Unknown.
A gremlin is madly shuffling cards on a table. This monster seems to be a harmless one. You approach him out of curiosity. What up, Taken?
12 cards! Match them to keep them. 5 tries, no do-overs. Are you ready? Let's start.
Okay, alright. Bash, Impervious. Bash, Impervious, Regret, Thunderclap. Bash, Impervious, Regret, Thunderclap, Forethought. 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 Impervious, Regret, Forethought. Impervious, Regret, yeah, Forethought. Impervious, Regret, Thunderclap. Oh, it's 5 total. It's 5 total. I didn't realize that it was gonna go straight into my deck. I don't even know what I got. Well, right. I don't know what. I think I got Forethought also, and I don't know. I don't even know what that is. Why is Bash down here? Sort them, please. Okay, put a card from your hand on the bottom of your draw pile. It costs 0 until played. Oh, sweet. I kind of don't like it. Anyway, I want to fight something. We have a rest here. Nah, we'll take the rest. And I'm going to rest this time. Okay. Thievery. Steals 15 gold whenever it attacks. Okay. So he's going to attack for 10. So this costs 0. Interesting. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to Forethought Feed. Because that'll be good later. Then we will, I think, just do a really powerful attack. Deep Breath doesn't do much for me right now. Oh, Plated Armor is way better than I thought it was. Plated Armor, I was thinking that was just block. Just start combat with 4 block, and I was like, dope. But it turns out that it's way better. It's 4 turns of 3 block. And you can keep it up by just not getting damaged. Yo! Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna angrily strike the enemy. And then strike the enemy normally. Is he vulnerable? Oh, if I had done Bash Strike, I think it would have killed him. Hey, look! I realize that there's a more optimal play. But check it out. I'm trying to experiment with mechanics here. Check this out. Since we have enough armor to block his entire attack, that means now that we 100% blocked his attack and we didn't lose Plated Armor. So I get it. I get it. And yeah, now we can just murder him. If only Feed showed up already. I almost feel like we wait for Feed. I lose gold, but what do I care? Here's Feed. Boom. Raises our max HP. How do you like that? Oh, and you get your gold back. Interesting. Now what do we got here? Twin Strike is a strike card. 8 damage to all enemies sounds really cool. Twin Strike also sounds really awesome. Costs 1 less energy for each time you lose HP this combat. I'm taking Twin Strike. It's a strike card. I like that. Ah, so the unknown is just another battle. Okay, so we've got all... So, rolls up on receiving damage. So it gains 5 block the first time that I try to hit it. And I can't... So Twin Strike will hit it down to 9 and then take away its shit. But vulnerable... I'm thinking like we hit it with that and then we get it with Twin Strike. Then we can anger this guy. Call that good. So it just gave itself 3 strength. Alright, alright. So this does 20 now. Alright, so 20 damage. But we could, like... well, I can't do them both this turn. Give it vulnerable and then perfected strike it. But, I mean, we can do a lot to it. We're gonna give it the perfected strike. That's very powerful. And then it's attacking for 6, and we're gonna gain 4. But we could take 0 if we just defend, so... might as well. But now it's gonna attack for 9. Forethought? I don't know about Forethought, you guys. Okay, now... Well, feed... We need to kill it with feed, right? So let's say if I shockwave, then it's vulnerable. It takes 50% more damage. Then I'd be able to strike and feed, but I would need 4. Oh yeah, that's true. That's very true. Yes, yes. Deep breath. That is what I want to do. Oh, it's anger. That's the best thing possible. Now we shockwave, anger, feed. Wait. Will shockwave make anger kill it? This will deal 12? Nope. So now we shockwave, anger, feed. Beautiful. Gain 7 block.
Feed me more.
I like seeing red, a nice ritual for us. Thunderclap also does seem pretty dope. Gain 7 block. I kind of want seeing red. I like the rituals, you know? Yeah, yeah. Alright, now we have max HP. Spore Cloud! So on death applies 2 vulnerable. That's interesting. So like if I can swing it, it's good to kill both of these guys at the same time. How much do we gain? 4 block? Interesting. Perfected Strike, I always want to, like, Shockwave and Perfected Strike at the same time, you know? Because, like, it makes it deal 30. Here's what I'm thinking, though. I feel like we knock this guy down to 4 with Perfected Strike. And then knock this guy down to 14 with Twin Strike. You know what I'm saying? And then we might be able to do a turn where we kill them both in one shot. So, like, boom. The amount of damage that it deals has to do with how many cards are in my deck that have Strike in the name. Okay, so now we feed on this one, right? No. We can strike and feed this one. And then defend. Yeah, that's it. Strike, feed. That makes us vulnerable, but we're defending. So that'll at least help. Yeah. Perfect. Now, it's possible that I'll get feed out of this. So I kind of wanted to try it, you know, for free. But yeah, now it looks like we just hit it. Oh, right. Blood potion, 20% heal. That seems real good. Doesn't seem as good as these others, though. Okay. We've got... Rage seems really sweet. I like these rituals, but we already have one. Rage seems really cool. I didn't read what that said. It came up with something. Okay, we have another rest point. We don't need no rest. Man, if only I had more anger. Yeah, more anger cards. But now Deep Breath can make us draw 2. Okay, I like the idea of Deep Breath does 2. I like the idea that this actually powers it up by 4. The other one I'm thinking is Feed. Ooh, Feed increases that. That seems cool, too. I'm thinking... Oh, I wonder if... Oh! This increases that. Okay, so if we do Perfected Strike... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... 7. That actually increases its damage by 7. Yeah. That's sweet. It does cost 2, though. I can increase this thing's damage by 4, costing 1. Or this one's damage by 7, costing 2. So really, it only increases its damage by 3.5 per energy. So Twin Strike is objectively better. That's actually kidding, because if I were to add more strikes, it would be better. I think Deep Breath. I think Deep Breath. I like card draw. Take that. Take that! Hi. Mode shift. Okay. So, it intends to block. After receiving 30 damage, it changes to a defensive mode. Well, I like that anger is here. Wait a second. Okay. Anger. Deep breath for both those angers. Oh yeah, you're right about that. I should have bashed him before anger. But anyway, now we bash. Then we hemo. Oh. Okay, cool. Yeah, what's this power potion? Let's see. Whenever you lose HP, gain strength. Whenever you draw, he says, yada yada. Or just gain 2 strength. Okay, I'll take the gain 2 strength. Yeah, should have done that first. Whatever. Okay, so now it's going to attack. Because now it's in attack form? Receive 50% more damage from attack for 1 turn. Yeah. But then, yada yada. Okay, so I think we go Seeing Red. Perfected Strike. Oh, it's bouncing damage back. Oops, I didn't really read that. But oh well, we'll strike it. Cool. Seems fine. Sweet. So it's going to attack for 8 twice. And buff. Oh, jeez. Oh my god, what a turn. What a fucking turn, dude. Rage. So now we gain 3 block for every attack that we do. Then we bash to apply vulnerable. Anger! Anger! Strike! He's gonna fuck us up now, though. But now he's back in... Okay, now he's gonna attack for 20. Feet is just good for doing 12 damage right now. I'm not gonna get it for the win, I don't think. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hit that. And then I feel like it's major defense time. Hey, as far as I know, this is the last boss right now, and this is some Binding of Isaac shit, where, like, just this time, you know? So he's gonna defend. He's gonna defend, which means we don't need to defend. Which means we're gonna weaken him and vulnerable him. Strike. Anger. Okay, so he's still got thorns, you know, but he's still vulnerable. So we don't need to worry so much about doing bash because he's still vulnerable. So that'll deal 10, but these will deal better. So yeah. Like, I think either of these are both... Wait, no. Bash is better than Strike still. Okay, yeah. So we bash. Twin Strike. Anger. Almost lethal. We could use an energy potion and have this turn be lethal. Oh. It killed him anyway because I wasn't factoring in the fact that vulnerable wasn't, it was factoring in the boost from strength, but not vulnerable. Right. Yeah, dog. Look at that. 103 gold. And then we've got This turn, your next attack is played twice. Cool. 4 damage to all enemies and heal. Oh, I like that. Whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. Dude, this is so sick with our trinket. Yeah, dude, I'm the Juggernaut, bitch. That's super sick with our trinket. Okay, or relic, right, that's what they're called. Okay, replace Burning Blood at the end of... Oh, I see, I see. So at the end of combat, heal 6, but we can get it to heal us 12 instead. Alright, alright. Hey, Crab. Edit my deck? I don't know if there's an edit. Like, we can look at the cards, but I don't think you can, like, remove stuff because that's something that the Smith does. Oh, shit, but there is a sort by name, right? Boom, A to Z. There we go, now they're sorted. Or we can sort them by type, and that'll probably also sort them neatly. We can't go to the Smith right now, Flex. We're choosing a relic. Gain energy at the start of your turn, and you cannot play more than 6 cards per turn. Well, 6 is a lot. Having 1 more energy is pretty great. And 6 is a lot of cards. Upon pickup, transform 3 cards and upgrade them. Transformed cards become a random card of any variety. Upgrading cards makes them more powerful. I like the Astrolabe. It gives me a random card though. I do like healing more. Healing more seems sweet. I don't know. I'm thinking Velvet Choker though. More energy per turn, but I have a 6-card limit. That seems fine for... That seems like a good beginner choice. Okay, apparently that was only Act 1. I see, I see. This all seems pretty cool. Yeah, exactly, Elu. I'm liking the idea of having 4 energy. Deep Breath gets me 2 cards now. So that's good with it, except that there's a card limit now, but still. I'll take the simple path again. I don't want choices. Okay. Uh-oh. Receive 50% less attack damage. Cancelled if dealt attack damage 3 times in 1 turn. Well, shit. Alright, well, I guess we'd better start off with the Shockwave. Make them all vulnerable. Then we can just do a bunch of damage to this guy. Boom. Boom. And I'm not going to bother with Deep Breath because I'd only really Deep Breath if Anger was in my discard pile at the right now, you know. Nice. Okay. So are they still weakened? Oh, they have so they have strength and weakened on. So those like, so this one does. So those balance out. That was his buff that he did. Okay, got it. So he still does damage. But luckily, he's also going to be dead. We're going to get... How much? We're going to get 4 plated armor, or 4 block at the end of the turn. Man, I really want that Juggernaut card. So... Oh, I just realized. They probably lose flight permanently if you hit them 3 times in one turn. Okay, so this... I think we can kill this one. No. Dang. I'll take a defend for 0 later. Especially because we'll play that after we played Juggernaut. Okay, so what to do now? I like this a lot. We'll just turn that on. And now... if we defend once, we won't take any damage from this guy. So that kind of makes me say, use Seeing Red, bash this guy, and then defend. Which, oh right, that does another 5 random damage. I forgot that. I forgot that playing defend is now a 5 damage to a random enemy card. Like, I realized it before when I wanted the free one later, but I forgot that, oh god. Oh, what a turn. Alright, check this out. So now we rage. And that makes it so that when I attack this guy... Gosh, they take so little damage. Let me think about this a little bit a little bit longer. Because I might want to kill this guy, you know? Ah, it'll be fine. So, Perfected Strike this guy. Now that gives us block which hit this guy. Then we anger this guy. That gives us block, which hits that guy. Is this going to do 5? Okay. So then we defend. That gives us block, which hits this guy. So then we feed. Yeah! What a turn. And now we have 18 block also. Dude, Rage is a sick card. And then we heal for enough where this works. But do we need it? First we get our free defend. And then we can just twin strike him. Oh, but it rounds down. It rounds down! 2.5. So yeah, I guess we just hit him with this. And then we heal our 6 all the way back up. Ooh, Twin Strike Plus. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand and gain 7 block for each card exhausted. Interesting. So if we have... taking Twin Strike Plus. Twin Strike is already sweet. It's good for Preferred Strike. It's already plus. I like Twin Strike Plus. Man, I keep drawing deep breath in my opening hand. Okay, so what is this thing? Barricade. So block is not removed at the start of its turn. Oh. And then we can't really debuff it. Okay, gotcha. Well, then we just blast. Put him on blast, dude. Oh, and he's got a bunch of armor. And, deep breath doesn't matter because drawing the 2 cards, we won't be able to play him. He does look like the Paolo move. Okay. So, Bash doesn't really do what I want it to, but, you know. He's gonna attack me for 10 now? And he has more armor? That's true. Deep Breath could have supplied an anger. I should have thought of that. Yikes. I think we bash and double defend. Opinion. And I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it doesn't matter. I'm sure I'm wrong. But I feel like if I 100% defend an attack, then I shouldn't be hit by its status ailment. Alright, so we're gonna Juggernaut, because it's amazing. Then I think Ritual, Defend. Give it a bash. Alright, we can finally start attacking it this turn. Oh, here we go. So Rage is our big boy. Then we Anger. I like almost want to, you know, fish for feed, but I didn't really have anything to do that. Right, exactly, Ilias. Like I'm sure that the balance is actually true. Or is good, you know. Gain 4 plated armor. Just in general? Oh. Oh shit, it was a okay. It was a potion. Alright, Carnage, Ethereal. If this card is at the end, if this card is in your hand at the end of turn, it is exhausted. Gotcha. And it costs 2, but it deals 20. I gotta finally take this Thunderclap, I think. The fact that it applies vulnerable is pretty good. 20 damage is a lot, though. 20 damage is too much to say no to.
Venturing through a series of tombs, you are faced with a large sarcophagus, studded with gems, in the center of a circular room. You cannot make out the writing on the coffin, however you do notice black fog seeping out from the sides.
Get the fuck out of there.
You continue along your way, leaving the forgotten dead undisturbed.
50%, that's basically 0%. Alright. So this guy's doing that. 98! This game does round down. 98, but he doesn't have any, like, special stuff. So this will do 10 to this guy. Alright, here's what we're doing, right? We're gonna Ritual, Shockwave, right? Then we can Carnage this guy for 15. And Twin Strike him That'll also knock him down. That's true, but we don't need the healing. Oh, it increases max HP. What if the curse is really bad, though? The curse might be really bad. Alright, so he's gonna do an effect on us, so, like, we don't even really... Nah, the curses might be really bad. I don't believe you. Whenever you play a non-attack card, shuffle 1 Dazed into your draw pile. Oh, so he just wants me to kick his ass. Gotcha. Well, shit, this is a power card, and I really want to use it. But this is a non-attack card, and it wants me to put in a bunch of non-attack. All right, we're doing this. And this. Fine, we won't attack him. That's fine. Boom. Hit him with this thing. Bash him. Oh shit, he's gonna do 21 damage now? 3 plus 10. Oh my god, I gotta take the dazes because... Dude, now I wish that those two... Now I wish that those two, block cards I just played would have, done 10 damage to him. But no, I think I played that perfectly. He's dead. Alright, 15 gold. Dude, I've got better than Island in play. I've got, what's it? What's the card that's fucked with Daze? And Deprive? You know it. It's an island. Mystic Sanctuary. There we go. Get they ass. Alright, colorless potion? Nah. Okay, I've already got potions. War Cry! Draw 1 card, put a card from your hand on top of your draw pile. Oh, okay, it's like Brainstorm for 1. Gain 11 block and draw a card? For 1? Shrug it off. Oh, dude. I certainly did want it.
In an abandoned temple, you find a giant book, open, riddled with cryptic writings. As you try to interpret the elaborate script, it begins to shift and morph into writing you are familiar with.
Let's have a gander, shall we?
Odd. The book seems to be about an ancient named Niao. This piques your interest, but you have a general feeling of malaise.
What is this word?
The Ancient of Resurrection, Niao, was exiled to the bottom of the Spire. You feel compelled to read more, but your body begins to ache. Seeking vengeance. Niao blesses outsiders, using them for her own purposes. You are starting to feel very weak and tired. Those resurrected by Niao remember only fragments of their past selves, cursed to fight for eternity. As you're near the final page, your old wounds begin to reopen.
I shall take it. At the end of your turn, you may shuffle 1 of 3 random cards into your draw pile. Yeah, okay.
Upon finishing the tome, you decide to take it with you. With proof in hand, will you retain your memories?
Alright, so now we've got the smithy. But I did take a lot of damage from that. I took a lot of damage. But we can upgrade a card. Think about how dope some of our cards are. I think I gotta rest, though. We just gotta, you know, this is my first run. We gotta play it kind of safe. Alright, look at this snack. Sneaky snack. Snack! It's called a snecko! Now I hate it. This enemy intends to inflict a powerful negative effect on us. I see. Alright, so... Well, we're gonna Perfected Strike. Definitely Twin Strike. Probably Strike. But... There's no... Oh, this can still give us a 0 card. Right, because it's not 2 of the discard pile cards that go into our hand. Yeah, we still want that. Okay, so now this is a thing, so we can add this into our draw pile. Not necessarily on top. Nah, I don't like any of those. I'm glad that you can skip it.
Confusion.
Oh, shit. Random card costs? That's bizarre and cool. Well, we gotta pay 3 for Juggernaut now, but I think it's worth it. Because then we get to pay 0 for Bash. And then Feed will get exhausted, so I don't necessarily want to use it. We'll let Feed go. I'll take a random double tap, you know, that seems aight. I didn't even look at how much damage the enemy was about to do to me. 22. So now I really want Rage. Dude, Confusion is brutal. Like, it's randomizing my card costs, but it's randomizing them all poorly. You know what I mean? Now double tap is bad. Because I can't even attack after it. Unless I use a potion. So I can use a potion. Oh, yeah, I got it, Ilias. Because I'm thinking, like, what does it add? 2? So I could double tap, have 6, then use both of my... Wait, no. Double tap, have 4 left. And then I can still only use one of these, but it does it a lot. It hits him a lot. So, I don't know. I guess I'll do that. We'll do that. Double tap. Twin strike him, which will hit him twice. Nah. Use plus? What's plus? Okay, I love Rage. But we need to have I always draw Rage with Anger, and it's perfect. Oh, one of them was a plus? Oh, I didn't even notice. Okay, well... We've got good stuff going on here. This turn, check it out. We're gonna Rage. We're gonna defend for free. Angrily strike the enemy. And then this will just murder him. But it'll... What will this do? 6 damage. It'll do 6 damage plus 5? and then the end of our turn, we'll do another 5 and kill him. So this will kill him without costing HP. That's why it was colored and named differently. I was only looking at the pictures, I guess. The pictures and the card costs. Alright. Ooh, Perfected Strike plus. Burning Pact plus. I like this one. I'm shaking hands with the devil. Exhaust 1 and draw 3. That's pretty cool, but I can't play very many cards because of my choker. Deal 9 damage and draw, and it's a strike. Preferred Strike is really... Or preferred. Have I been calling it Preferred Strike this whole time? Perfected Strike is really good. But Pommel Strike seems fucking dope. I'm taking Pommel Strike. Alright, here's an elite. Sounds good, Oracle. Okay, so... what do we got going on? What the hell is this? He's going to block and use a buff. Gotcha. But then these little guys...
Hey, fuck you!
they're gonna come hit me in for 9. I'm gonna lead with Pommel Strike because I might draw something better, right? Wait a second. These guys only have 12 HP? Yeah, okay, so Pommel Strike because I might deal in some, or I might draw in something better. Then I can strike feed one of them. So I think I'll do that, right? Yeah. So we strike this one for the kill. This one we strike down to 8 and then feed for the kill. Excuse me? That did not increase my maximum HP, or perhaps it did and I didn't notice. I'm liking this a lot. Oh, it's not like it was like a token. Gotcha. It only works on things that actually hit the graveyard, perhaps. I mean, tokens do hit the graveyard, so what am I talking about? Alright, so skills cost 0. Whenever you play a skill, exhaust it. That sounds dope, except that I don't really know what skills I have. Oh, defend will start costing 0. Shockwave, shrug it off. Wait a second. Skills cost 0. This card seems sick. Otherwise, at the end of your turn, lose 1 HP and deal 5 to all enemies. That sounds better, actually. I kind of like Combust, actually. Oh, right. That was something else. I thought I was looking at something else. I thought I was adding a deck or a card to my deck. Anyway, okay, we want him to be vulnerable before I Carnage him, you know? I might even want to forethought the Carnage. We don't know what he's gonna do. I think I forethought the Carnage. And then Perfected Strike, Defend, Twin Strike. You know, I'm not really liking this trinket. But, you know, we'll see. It gives us a good opportunity to see a lot more cards, which is cool. Hey, David Tech. I do like card draw. So... I mean, gain 2 strength is pretty sweet. For just 1. Dude, feel no pain would be a sick combo with corruption and rage. Oh. Whew. Whew. Apply 2 weak. I like this a lot, actually. I think I'll take the clothesline. I just feel like it's cluttering up my deck, you know? Look at these guys. Okay, I'm going to use Combust because I feel like that's really good. Now we only need to bring these guys down to 5 health. Meaning, I'll go ahead and clothesline this one. Yeah, I'll clothesline that one and strike it. Oh, but that won't kill it. Fuck, I should have... Oh, dang it. I thought about that poorly. Is there something I can do to get me out of that? Nope. Uppercut. Nah, I want Pommel Strike right now.
Fuck you!
At least I dodged the whole thing. Oh no, they have 6 block now? Oh shit. Alright, that was very bad. Okay, so what are we doing here? We definitely want to shrug it off for what is happening here. Then yeah, I think we just play this out, you know. Oh man. 7 damage is exactly what we need to kill this guy, but it does 7 damage twice. So it seems like a waste. But if we damage this guy, it'll bring him to 15 and then to 7. And then we can hit them both down to 1. Yes, then we can hit them both down to 1, and then my AoE kills them both. That's the play, boy! I hate this trinket, actually. I like being able to see a whole bunch of cards, but, like, it's just cluttering up my deck. I'll take the Pommel Strike, though. I mean, it does make my Perfected Strike better every time I take one of those. And you can skip it, yeah. Alright, so here we go. Rage with anger every time. Pommel Strike is really good. I do like it. Because now we can rage for free. Then we go... Boom, Pommel Strike. Then we have Juggernaut, which is what I actually want, and I thought that Rage was going to do, and I forgot. Because then we can hit that guy, boom. Then we can defend, boom, that hits him. Then he gets hit by 2 things. Man, I feel like I've got a lot of... I maybe should have shockwaved. I don't feel like reading these. We're going. So now we hit him for 10. Okay. So oh, right! I stored this Carnage. So what if I were to just wail on the leader right now? Carnage can kill this guy for free. I'm going to lead with Deep Breath so we have the... Oh, wait, there's nothing in the discard pile right now. If we wail on him, we can do 20... 29... plus what Deep Breath gives us. You do still draw 2, that's true. I'm going whale strats for a second. Carnage him. Pommel strike him. Hemokinesis is also good. Then we Deep Breath. Twin strike and he's dead. So now I can defend from these guys. I forgot that defending had a chance to kill him. Oh, you're right, Flex. You're right, you're right. But it's giving you the opportunity to cast it twice in the same turn, you know? Like, if it's in my hand, then I have no chance to draw it again. So, the idea of whether to... I see what you're saying. Like, if it's in my hand, then I have a chance to be able to play it again if I redraw it. Or if I play it and then have a chance to redraw it. Okay, at the end of turn 7. At the end of turn 7, deal 52 damage to all enemies. Alright. Another pommel strike. 10 damage, deals 2. Holy shit, how is this a common card? I do like this too, but... Chest. At the start of your turn, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Amazing. I'm starting to get worried about how hard the enemies are going to be, because I feel like I'm getting amazing stuff.
In front of you sits an altar to a forgotten god. Atop the altar sits an ornate female statue with arms outstretched. She appears well endowed. She calls out to you, demanding a sacrifice.
Okay, so we need the golden idol, or... Shit, I don't remember what was next. Decay. At the end of your turn, take 2 damage. This is awful. You can check the map? Oh, it's right here. I have a fight after this, and then an unknown. I don't have another resting period for a long time, so I really don't like the idea of losing 23 HP, even though I am only losing 19. 18. But at the end of your turn takes 2 damage? That sounds awful. It's true that we have a fairy. I'm doing that one.
You stand on the altar and cut your wrists. As the blood spills out in sacrifice, the arms of the statue reach out and close around your eyes. Everything goes dark. You wake up a short time later feeling a new potential surging through you.
Alright, here we go. Look at these guys. Battlestar Galactica. Alright, so... These guys are all about to buff, apparently. Dude, Juggernaut at the start of the fight? That's sweet. Give it to me. Then... I love this pommel strike, but... I feel like we have to shockwave when there's 3 enemies out here, you know what I'm saying? We gotta debuff these bastards. What is this? Oh, if you have multiple of these, it's good. Gain 12 block whenever you're attacked this turn. Okay, that sounds pretty sweet.
That sounds pretty sweet.
Okay, so now they all... Okay, now they're all gonna get really strong. They're all gonna buff up. So I'm leading with deep breath. And I think we use this flame barrier. Perfected strike this one. Deal damage equal to your block? We already kind of used my big block cards, I think. Alright, so now we have a whole bunch of block. Boom. Boom. I didn't really look all that much. Yeah, maybe. Alright, here we go. So now... Okay, I don't have a lot of block here, but I think I can kill this guy, right? Because he has 29 health. But we can lead with Bash to make him vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? Wait, he's already vulnerable. So Pommel Strike does 13. So that takes him down to 16, but then this does 15. Ugh. If the defend hits the guy in back, that'll be really good. Right? Yep. Yes. Now we Pommel Strike him. Feed. Hit that guy twice. We'll gain more armor at the end of turn, so he won't do any damage to us. I'm thinking Flame Barrier is quite good right now. And there we go. Do the old Rage Juggernaut combo with Anger. Got him. Shrug It Off's really good, but how can I say no to more Anger? Oh yeah, I've been forgetting about turn 7. I wonder if... Yeah, that's crazy. 52 damage. Alright, so we're at a merchant. So I could get rid of some cards. You know? But let's take a look here. Whirlwind. Deals 5 damage to all enemies X times. That seems great. Dramatic Entrance. Innate. Start each combat with this card in your hand. That's awesome. Deals 6 damage to all enemies. Wow. I like this. I like this card a lot. It costs 0. Just kaboom. Kaboom. Deal 20 damage. Yada yada. I'm doing very well today. I like this card a lot. Let's see what this other stuff is. So, start each combat with 1 strength. Okay, yeah, that sounds amazing. That would combo with this. That would deal 9 damage to everything, right? Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. That's only 10% of your attacks. So this essentially increases your damage by 2.5%. Am I doing the math right there? 10% of the time, you deal 50% more damage. So maybe it's a 5% increase in your attack power. Unless you play it right. Yeah, if you think about what your attacks are, then you just make that 10th... You know, that's what it is with over the... If you were to not strategize around it at all, the law of large numbers would say that this is a 10 or a 5% attack increase. But you wouldn't play it that way. But yeah. I'm doing great, No Soul. I'm gonna be real. This game is a lot better than I was expecting. When viewing your draw pile, the cards are now shown in order. Oh! You know the order of your deck now. Interesting. Here's what I'm going to do. I like dramatic entrance. I like this. And then I'm going to look at this and, gosh, what do I want to get rid of? Wasn't there something that I wanted to get rid of? I kind of don't love Forethought, you know? My least favorite card is Forethought. Yeah. Axe it. I guess I didn't consider what it is upgraded. I don't think I looked at it. So I only have 47 out of 100 health right now, and that's worrying me just a tad. But let's go to a fight. Okay. So boom, at the start we have 1 strength. We've got this. Kablam. Oh, I should have shockwaved first. Oh, I'm stupid. I was too excited about it. So we'll go shockwave. Should have raged also, you're right. Whatever. Rage now. Anger. Strike. This flame barrier I've been enjoying. 12 block is a lot of block. Okay, so they're strengthened now. So this guy has... Let's see, so at 45 health, can we just kill this guy? We can just kill the Centurion. It would be really nice to be able to kill him and cast Juggernaut. He's gonna defend this turn, and I feel like I can attack through that. So I'm gonna use the Juggernaut. And then, so this is 40. Oh, that actually does more than I was thinking. So now there's a chance that that'll kill him because I'm gaining 5 block from my trinket. Right? That's true. I could have killed the other guy with 40. I'm less afraid of the other guy right now for some reason. No. The thing that... Oh, no, I do have Juggernaut active. Yeah, so we want Iron Wave. Ah, it didn't kill him. Oh, he heals. Hey, Seppi. Have I played Resident Evil Code Veronica? No, I have not. And you're right. I'm a little bit behind on chat. I'm trying to remember all of my effects that I have active. So, every time that I gain block, I deal damage. I would like to play Code Veronica. So we definitely want to shrug it off. And I should have... Let's see. Here we go. It deals 16. So that'll heal for hit for 16, meaning if I defend first, it might hit him in the front. There we go, there we go. That way we can feed. And then I'm worried about my health situation. So I kind of don't want a hemokinesis. And I'm just hoping for an explosive attack turn this turn. Because, yeah, look at this. All this guy's doing there, just doing buffs. They don't matter. Okay, so now... we rage. So that we can perfected strike. I mean, the rage didn't do a whole bunch. I guess we might as well play these cards as well. There's not really much reason not to. So now we'll deal another 5 damage. But no kill. Oh, right, and then the start of my turn. Got him. There we go. Alright, cool. 12 damage for 1 is interesting. But it doesn't... It's not a strike. It's not a strike, and I feel like I have enough attacks already. I'm skipping. Oh, that's true. It scales with strength. I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh, jeez. There we are. Soy milk. No siree, Bob. I do like almond milk. Oh my god, that's a raid! Jimmy! How's it going? Almond milk fucks. Indeed, almond milk is very good. Alright, I'll take the sword boomerang. It seems good enough. How's it going, everybody? This is my first time playing Slay the Spire. It was gifted to me. I kind of want to do a fight, but I'll take this. We'll take the random. Okay. Whenever you climb a floor, gain 12 gold. No longer works when you spend any gold at a shop. Okay. And I'm guessing one step is a floor. So now we gotta take the rest. All right. Boss battle time. Boss battle. This game is excellent so far, Jimmy. So yeah, hello everybody. I'm Dash. And it's Community Day. Which means we're playing this game right now because it was gifted to me. But there will be other shenanigans to happen today. It's boss battle time, so you guys are just in time. Look at this fucking idiot. Okay. He intends to block and use a buff. What a dumbass. Well, feed me more. Boom, get him. I guess we're not feeding on this guy, but hey, I'm not relying on that too much. That's a straightforward turn. It's like I'm playing a burn deck. I'm just gonna play all the cards in my hand and it doesn't matter what order they're in. This... So this is 12? No, the strength is only for one... Demon form seems really sweet for this fight. Juggernaut is excellent to have as early as possible. So now we gain armor every time we attack. Which means now I just want to attack him as many times as possible, as quickly as possible. I only have 2 turns. I should maybe put vulnerable on him, though. I feel like that's ultimately better. Yeah, we gotta vulnerable it up. Oh, right, I'm thinking of rage. Choose an attack or power card. Is this my brutality? This is my brutality! I'm taking it. Ow! Now we're vulnerable? Fuck. Except rage is what I want. Oh, but demon form. He's gonna hit for 24 though? Fuck. Demon form is a waste right now. I can't use it. Well, I could just not strike. Yeah, I'm just not gonna strike, I think. We go demon form. Rage. Now when we attack... Wait. Actually... Okay, defend will... Oh, we want... Actually, we strike. We don't defend. Because we'll gain the block anyway because of Rage. Right? Because this will only gain us 3 block. But we'll gain 3 block from Rage if we strike. I think Iron Wave is really good with the fact that we have Demon or Juggernaut active. Oofta. I feel like gaining a lot of rage or gaining a lot of armor is very good. Okay. So on this one, if I do Seeing Red, then we can play Strike or Shrug It Off or Strike, which I like. So let's lead with Seeing Red. Shrug It Off to draw a card. I say bash. I should have probably bashed to start with. And now Ethereal deals a lot of... Carnage deals a lot of damage. Okay, that's not the worst thing ever that he just did. Have we hit him with anger yet? Yeah. Give me options. Yes. Rage, please. So now this is a lot of damage. So this is 24 damage. This is 23 damage. So we probably do this, this, and this. Oh, yeah. The specific number that I was saying doesn't really matter since the vulnerable applies to all of them. I'm more just figuring out what the damage of the cards are versus each other, rather than exactly how much damage they'll do. Oh, this is really good. This is amazing for me right now. I guess I hope he still has it. Okay, vulnerable just wore off, except there's bash. So if I bash him, then I can drop kick him for free. But Shockwave will also weaken him. But nah, I'm going to say we do that. Now we can drop kick him for free. Anger! So this does 30 damage. This has a chance to get another card, though, that also does more damage. That's a gamble. Pommel Strike will draw another card that has the chance of being better. Being that he's not going to attack, though, yeah, I agree with the Carnage. Double your block. Nah, I don't need none of that. Okay. So, this deals extra damage. Nothing makes him vulnerable, though, so that's too bad. So this is the turn that he takes 52 damage. So I wish he was vulnerable now. But yeah, okay, so here's the deal. We're gonna Anger. Twin Strike will hit him for a lot. Iron Wave hits him. Oh, we can just play all the cards in our hand. And then this will kill him. Boom. Let's see. Do we want any of these? 32. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. God, this game's easy. Let's see. So, I've been liking Feed. But, like, it's less good every time, you know. It's less good, like, each time we use it. Bludgeon seems like okay. It's 3 times as expensive as Feed and does only a little bit more than 3 times the damage, you know what I mean? I haven't used double tap, but it could one-shot some guys. That's true, that's true. And that's right, with a card limit, there is something about having more damage in one card. I'll try Bludgeon. Alright, upon pickup, so we can thin our deck a little bit. Draw whenever you lose HP. So this only works with, like, Hemokinesis, if that's what it was called. At the end of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. Do you still draw 5 cards at the start of your turn, or do you just draw up to 5? You still do. Runic Pyramid seems insane. Alright, Act 3. There's a merchant here. This one's wild and wacky. Man, there was this one time where my dad asked me, he was like bored, or I was bored or something, and he asked me if I wanted to play the Wild and Crazy Word game. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Not wacky. I think it was the Wild and Crazy Word game. Play the Wild and Crazy Word game with me. And I was like, okay, Dad. He's like, alright, it's alright. I'll explain the rules to you. And, like, I don't know, he seemed kind of excited about it, and it was, like, his solution to me being bored or whatever. Probably because I wasn't allowed to go anywhere, you know? So, Wild and Crazy Word game. We sit down, he explains the rules to me. It's just Hangman. He just explains Hangman to me. And then we played Hangman, except instead of drawing a hangman, he, like, wrote the words wild and crazy or something stupid, or crazy or whatever. I like the idea of going to a merchant soon. And then this is wild and crazy. I like this path. Lifelink! If other enemies are still alive, revives in 2 turns. Uh-oh. This game's getting wild and crazy. Well, time to make our dramatic entrance. Or, now that we have Runic Pyramid... I feel like it would be better to save dramatic entrance for after we shockwave. You know what I'm saying? Same with, like, feed. Now we just keep it. Oh, I didn't realize that there was a upgrade limit yet. Well, we gotta take the perfected strike, right? Okay. So we gotta kill all these guys at the same time, basically. My turns are gonna slow down a little bit, probably, but we're gonna play Anger. And yeah, I feel like, if the max hand size is 10, then I don't want a deep breath unless we can use it, you know? Alright, so check it out. Perfected strike, this guy. Now he's real low on health. We gotta defend. We only have 2 turns to get the other guys. Is that big of a deal, though? Yeah, it's a big deal. I guess I'll strike this guy and let's go. And now, this guy's armor breaks off. So that's good. Right, at the end of our turn, we deal a bunch of damage to everybody, so I actually kind of... Alright, I forced my own hand here. Do we have Shockwave yet? Okay, check it out. Boom. This is actually perfect. Because now we deal 3 damage to everybody, right? That's a thing, right? I deal 3 damage at the start of my turn. Oh, that's even better than the end of the turn. Because that won't start lifelink until my next turn. Okay. Alright, check it out. Nah, we don't need that. Not enough block. I don't like that block happened. But, alright, here's when the real shit starts. So now... I don't have any, like, strength things. I just have vulnerable. So if I vulnerable this guy, he goes down to 13, which means then feed will kill him, right? So... vulnerable, feed. Now that guy's dead. Then this guy, we gotta destroy him. But he's got too much health right now, kind of. What I can do though is we can go twin strike. Oh, that did kill him. Not sure why, but cool. Alright, great. I think I mathed wrong. Oh. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. In my head, I was doing 9 plus 3 is 14. 3 strength. Maybe that is really good. I don't know. Yeah. It didn't look like I gained HP. Oh, you're right. I wonder if it's because lifelink makes it, like, technically not fatal. Because the enemy still sits there, you know? Just, like, in a empty state. Maybe you could break the game and just, like, sit there and feed on that guy until you have 1,000 HP, you know? Because they keep coming back. So it would have only worked if feed was like the actual last thing that I did on the last guy, probably. Alright, we've got a merchant. I've got 265. Oh, you're right, but feed has exhaust, yeah. Yeah, that's true, that's true. So what you're saying is... I deserved that, that 3 HP. Is there anything I want to get rid of? I've got 31 cards in my deck now. Please sort them. Please sort them. What if I say it a third time? Please sort them. Have a good night, Essie. It might be good to cut a strike. You know, since, like, it is just... Well, I don't know if strike is good. Or bash is good. I was going to say something about bash, but bash is good. I did really like dropkick, but I feel like I don't have the enemies vulnerable often enough. But now that I have the runic pyramid, it's better. It reminds me of needle drop. Shrug is also really cheap. I feel like I can't deny that cheap of a shrug it off. But like with runic pyramid, it's easier to set up dropkick. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, I didn't even look at these. Whenever you enter a shop, heal 15. I love that. It doesn't count for this shop. What a jip. I think I like dropkick because of runic pyramid. Alright, let's go. So this thing's got thorns. The enemies aren't going to blast me, right? So, I'm not gonna use Rage yet because we don't have Juggernaut and they're not even gonna attack me yet. But I mean... So this does 15. What does this do? 16? So that can take this... So I can just kill one of these guys. So we can do 16. We can do 31 damage. 31. Ah. I mean, that would kill with Dramatic Entrance. Yeah, I mean, I do feel like having a small deck is good, right? So, I think we probably just do that. Oh, yeah, Body Slam does seem cool. I think we probably just Dramatic Entrance, and then I'm just gonna destroy this one. Like so. Oh, right. I actually still had MP for Dash. Bash. Draw 3 cards. You cannot draw additional cards this turn. Yeah, that seems fine. Okay. Oh, that thing I've been talking about with Dramatic Entrance is not true. Right. I was thinking that, that it wouldn't go into the discard pile anymore, but Ethereal still applies. Okay, interesting. So... Bludgeon. This guy's got thorns, so like I want to attack him as few times as possible, making bludgeon a very good choice. So check it out. Strength. Oh wait. Well, I mean, we could block some of it with rage. If I could just make him vulnerable without taking the damage, though. But oh well, here's what we'll do. I'll just play Rage. That way when I bludgeon him, it will be blocked. Oh wait, it wasn't blocked. Fuck. We don't need these things. This will be over in no time. So these guys daze you. That's interesting. Okay, if only... I would love to... Here we go. Get some block on myself. So that then my attack on this guy won't hit me. And there we go. Now we just throw cards at this guy until he's dead. Wait! Deep breath might give me feed. Shrug it off might give me feed. Feed does not cost 0, but we have Seeing Red. Seeing Red. Shrug it off. Dig for feed. No, I can only play 6 cards per turn! Wait, but this guy doesn't attack. Oh, but my effects just killed him. Oh, man. Upgrade all cards in your hand for the rest of combat as a potion. That sounds really cool. And then I did like Uppercut. Thunderclap also seems better now that I have a Dropkick in the deck. But 13 damage on one card also sounds better. I think Uppercut. Do we want a fight and a rando over 2 randos? Yeah, give me a fight. Another Superman punch! Alright, so what's going on here? He has negative strength, but at the end of his turn he gains strength. Upon losing HP, he loses that much strength until the end of turn. I see. Well, that sounds like we Juggernaut. And then Bludgeon would have been pretty sweet, but, So does that mean that if I hit him for 7... Let's find out. Does hitting him for 7... Yeah, reduces his incoming damage by 7. So hitting him for another 7 is better than blocking for 5... Except that blocking for 5 will also deal 5 damage to him, so this will net me 10 less damage. Oh, and then I can just do this anyway. I wasn't looking at my health, or my actual stuff there. And now we'll gain more armor. Now we'll gain more armor at the end of turn also. I'm like starting to lose track of all the effects that I have, you know? Okay, so he's going to hit for 37. So, if we lead with Bludgeon, like, boom. That takes him down to 4. And then I think we just gain some strength for later. And I'll cast Deep Breath in case we draw something that costs 0. I really like Rage. Should have led with the strength, but I have, I get strength at the start of a battle automatically. Okay, so we want him to be vulnerable now. We want him to be vulnerable, but I don't have anything yet that will make him vulnerable, right? So, lead with a cantrip. I don't have, oh geez. Oh, the bludgeon. Yeah. Okay, I think this turn... Well, this is 10. This is 10. And then we can hit him with, like, this. Another bludgeon. This enemy seems really easy for my style, you know? So now we just want to hit him with the cheapest spells possible, as many cheap spells as possible, to keep doing 5 extra damage per hit. There we go. Whoa, oh. There's that body slam. Okay, yeah, this is a cool enemy. It also kind of like, if your strategy revolves around a lot of powerful... Okay, here we can finally make him vulnerable. So there's vulnerability. Now we can drop kick him for free. And perfected strike. I'm not even bothering to look at those. I don't even know why he died right there, honestly. What just... Oh, was it the stone calendar? Wait, what? Hang on. What just happened? Alright, so there's his... And then boom. Okay. He did have some... Yeah. Oh, make it stop! Right. I was thinking that the 999, like, is, like, against someone who has, like, a lot of ethereal cards or a lot of exhaust cards or that kind of thing, you know? Alright. Ooh, I like Iron Wave, and it's upgraded. Don't I have something that heals me every floor? I thought I had something that was like per floor it did something. Oh, it's the Ma Bank. It's used up. Oh, right. When I entered a shop, it would go away. I forgot about that. All right, navigating through
the beyond. Hello, Riley. You discover a glowing tesseract spinning and shifting gently in the air.
We'll interact.
You touch it. A sharp pain flows through you, followed by vivid flashes of distant memory. Whose memories are these?
Add a color. I don't really know what colorless cards are. I'm gonna go very... Okay, I see. I get it. Gain an artifact. Oh, right, which makes you not get debuffed. I was thinking these were artifacts, but these are relics. If you have no attacks in your hand, draw 2 cards. Or just a free 5 block. I like this. But I don't love it. I'll take it.
Fear! A demonic creature towers above you. Wings spread wide as it howls with laughter. Dead bodies of a tribe surround you while the village is engulfed in terrible, dark flames. The demon calls out to you, taunting you.
You really are the strongest now.
This laughter echoes forever.
Alright, and then we got one of these. I don't think I need to rest this time. I think we smith. I get this every turn, but 6 to 8 doesn't seem all that good. We could make uppercut way better. We could get our Shrug It Off to be better. Oh, I see. Cards can only be upgraded once. I get it now. Like, we have a Shrug It Off Plus already, so it doesn't actually even show up in here. Yeah, so let's look at what these are. So this gets us 7 damage dealt to a random enemy, which is great, because I really like Juggernaut. This, whoa, 20 to 28 on Carnage? What is Bludgeon? Or is that, is that already upgraded? No, it's not. 42. But the value proposition of 10 more damage for 1 more mana versus 8 more damage for 2 more mana, this is better, you know? That's 4 more damage for 1 more mana, which is the same as that. Oh! Seeing Red, you can make Seeing Red cost 0. That's sweet. And that's really good with my Pyramid, you know? That seems very good with the Pyramid because, like, I need to use cards, you know? Oh, dude, but you can get Shockwave to last 5 turns. You know, this is one of those games, this game is done very well where all of these seem really good. Do you ever play a game where just nothing seems worth it? You know? You play a game and, like, there's, like, a bunch of upgrades to you and they're all, like, none of them are all that enticing for the cost or whatever. And you're just like, eh. I don't think that's that's no good. That's no good. This game, on the other hand, it's like, I want all of these. Gosh, I really like the idea of Uppercut making the vulnerable stuff better. I'm kind of thinking that I upgrade the Ritual, though. Even though I do use Juggernaut a lot. I should probably upgrade Juggernaut because it's like a huge... It's like my favorite thing to have going on. Gotta go with it. Alright, merchant time. Oh right, we got healed by the merchant. Okay, so I don't have very much gold now. I only have 49 gold. But with that, we could buy... this. For 0, draw a card, put a card from your hand. Oh, right. And then this one is that. Oh, this is really good against those guys that put dazes, because daze is a status, I think. I know what status cards are now. Fire breathing seems very good against, like, those guys that just daze you up, you know? Or we can buy another anger. Give me another anger. They call me Saint Anger. Oh wow, that's a lot of fights in a row. I desire 1 fight, a treasure, and then a resting point. Here's the guys that fire breathing would be good against. But look, we have anger instead. We have 3 angers in our opening hand and an inflame. Well, we already have the strength, though. But okay, here's my opening hand. Okay, what do you do? This enemy intends to attack for 9. And he explodes in 3 turns. That's a lot of damage that he explodes for. I better get rid of this guy. And then, like, take out this guy. Okay. Good thing this game doesn't have mana burn. Ooh, I like this. Deal 12 damage in 2 week. I'll take Intimidate. Oh no. Okay. So we're not gonna get attacked, so we don't need to shrug it off yet unless I like... Okay, we want that guy to be weak. Maybe the... How much of a buff could it be? Alright. Get rid of this guy. Get rid of this guy. And I'm just gonna end turn. Ooh. Okay. And now we just, we just want to one-shot this guy. Is there any way to gain... Yeah, we need to gain some armor first. So we'll put on Shrug It Off and defend first. Uh-oh. Now I can't bludgeon. Because I over-armored myself. But I can still kill him with my over-armor. We just Twin Strike him instead. We Twin Strike an Anger instead. And that's fine. Okay. I'm fine. Yes, please. Okay, we're starting to pop off on these Angers. And, like, it's so good with the Pyramid, too, and I think... Ooh. 2 more potion slots. Cool. I forgot I even have these. Right, we can upgrade all of our cards. We have a fairy. And then the plated armor. The thing is, the plated armor doesn't really matter because we have a trinket that's giving us plated armor all the time. Okay, Smith. Now we get another upgrade. So what was the other one that I really... Oh, gosh, it's so hard to choose. Because, like... I sure do like the idea that... yeah, Seeing Red I like the idea of. I sure do like the idea that an upgraded Anger gives you a copy of an upgraded one, you know? But we've got enough of those. So, yeah. Right, it would upgrade it to 8 if, like, the fight went on that long. I think we do Seeing Red, yeah. Is Seeing Red as good, though, now that our deck is full of Angers? You know? Now I'm starting to think that, like, maybe it's Bludgeon or... Perfected Strike is crazy now that we have, like, even more strikes in our deck and stuff. I say Perfected Strike. Yep. Okay, so... I'll go fight. Ooh, what are you? Malleable. Okay, so... They are attacking. Upon receiving damage, it gains 3 block. Block gain increases. Oh. Okay, so this is an enemy that we want to, like... Okay. This is an enemy that we want to hit with big attacks. So I think we'll make it vulnerable, first of all. Oh, wait. It got more... Upon receiving attack damage, it changes its intent. Oh. Let's change its intent again. Uh-oh. Let's change its intent again. It's still pretty bad. I feel like, we probably want to, like, entrench. I've really pissed it off now. Yeah, well, I mean, we'll see what, so it's vulnerable right now. That's good. And we've got strength right now. Alright, I'm glad to have bludgeon right now. I feel like we just smash it, right? Okay, now it's going to put a negative effect on me. Well, that kind of seems like the best thing, honestly. I'm gonna just defend and see what happens. Wait, I shouldn't have defended if it's gonna do that. Oh, I didn't quite read all of that. So we still have strength, huh? Oh, wait, strength works differently than I was thinking. I was thinking strength works like the other things where it's like it like does 50% more damage for this number of turns. Okay. So I want him vulnerable and also to shrug it off. Because he's not attacking me for very much right now. I'll take another bludgeon, though. That seems really good against this particular enemy. Okay, okay. So now... Juggernaut might get out of hand. Because it's gonna just, like, start changing what he's doing, you know what I mean? But we'll see. We need to... Let's see. Is he weak yet? He's not weak yet. We're going to uppercut him. And there we go. Oofda. Oh, good point. Good point. Okay, 43 damage is a lot. I can probably just kill him this turn. Oh, right. He's also vulnerable. Enemy loses 2 strength. Another shockwave that's already upgraded. I kind of like upgraded shockwave. Okay, so I lost a bit of health there. And we've got a lot of stuff happening. Do I want 2 fights or do I want 1 fight, basically? I'll take the 1 fight. Let's do this random thing.
Before you lies an elaborate shrine to a forgotten spirit.
Ooh, we get a free card removal. I kind of want to take away Shockwave since I just took a upgraded Shockwave. Or we can get rid of this Parasite. If transformed or removed from your deck, lose 3 max HP. Oh. I don't want a dead draw. Okay. Elite. What's this guy? He intends to inflict a negative effect on me. I can start out with quite a bit of damage here. Give him that for free. We'll go bludgeon. Boom. Just a darn good amount of damage. Shvad boomerang. Anger. Just lay it into him. We can have another Juggernaut. Oh. Excuse me. At the end of your turn, take 2 damage. Oh, and those go into your discard. That's really interesting. Well, we better make him weak and vulnerable. Reduce all damage and HP loss to 1 this turn. Oh! So I shouldn't attack him right now. I see. Well, it's too bad that I don't have any way of reducing all this damage coming in. I don't have, like, a block. Uh-oh. Well, time to end turn. Fiendfire is insane with Pyramid. Well, the uppercut? Ah, yeah, that's true. This kinda seems insane. He's already got 3 turns of weak and vulnerable, though. I'm not that worried about it. And here's 5 more turns of it. Okay. So we need to, like, dish as much dick as possible. I think it's time for Strength card. Right? If we upgrade everything. Well, let's think about it. So we can do 31. I'm thinking that. Because we can do 31 plus 55 plus anger. I mean, let's just start out with the powerful shit, right? Because these strikes aren't very strong. Well, 7 plus 11 is 19, which is better than uppercut, but not as good as either of these. Alright, well, we don't have any way to make him more vulnerable. So I think we just wail on him, right? Yup. Dropkick is free. Hey, I'm trying to do quick math here. So he's intangible again, but now we have defense. We have Shrug It Off. We have Defend. So this time we'll be fine. Now we do the Uppercut to increase his weakness. And yeah, I see the pyramid problem because now I'm only going to draw 2 cards next turn. And now we definitely want to feed. Feed! And then, do I have something that heals me at the end of combat? Yes, it's like the starting thing. Alright, enemies with vulnerable take 75% more damage. Yo. That's real good for the couple things I've been doing lately. Exhaust any number of cards in your hand. Okay, cool. I think we take another Twin Strike. Yeah, dude. It's already upgraded. Okay, okay. Oh, shit. Alright. This guy was really fun to fight last time. So, we just gotta destroy him. If I remember right, there wasn't anything silly about this. It's just we deal damage to him, and that makes him deal less damage to us. So, make him vulnerable. Dramatic entrance for free. Pommel Strike. Twin Strike. Anger. Perfect, perfect. Yep, it's gonna be one of those turns. Give him Shrug It Off. Anger! Anger! Now we're all good on these. Alright, so yeah, I think... Right, this guy, with my current deck, I think this guy, you just throw shit at him. And you won't be able to do anything about it. Well, this time he's gonna hit me for 3. Oh wait, no, because I've got 3 armor per turn. Alright, so is he's not vulnerable anymore. I messed that up. Man, anger is a lot worse now that my deck is massive. I'm starting to notice this. I still like it a lot. But, you know. Oh, right, you don't even have to kill this guy. He just, like, why am I keeping feed in my hand? We're not gonna actually kill this guy, he's just gonna die. My hand is full, quit complaining. Seeing red. You know what, actually? He's attacking for a lot, so I feel like I should probably, do something like that. And like that. And like... And like this. There we go, there we go. What up? Cullen the man. Oh, no problem. Mario Sunshine was great. There were a couple shrines I got stuck on for a while, so it took me a long time to get not very many shrines, but it was fun. Okay, okay. I don't know if I could ever... It's been 3 hours. I don't know if I could ever play more than one run of this game at a time. I kind of want this, except that sometimes it's worthless. Headbutt. Headbutt. Deal 12 damage. I mean, 12 damage for 1 mana isn't that bad. But, I feel like maybe we take the fire breathing just in case it, like, totally destroys a certain boss or something, you know? Here, we gotta rest. We're about to fight a boss. Let's go, dude. Act 3. Okay. So what's you? Curiosity. When you play a power, he gains a strength. I see. And he's attacking for 20. But he hasn't awakened yet. So he's got 2 forms, perhaps. I realized that that powered up the boss. But now we can do that. Do that. And okay. Yikes. Okay. The blue-gray potion. Essence of Steel. We already have plated armor. Oh, I get it now. I now understand what that potion does. I did not know what the potion did. I didn't understand it. No, this stream is just starting. I'm also gonna drink this. Boom. How about that? How do you guys like that? You guys have no faith in me. I mean, check this shit out. Now we're gonna bash this guy. And it's just gonna kick his ass because then we're gonna anger him. And he's dead now, right? He's just fucking dead now. Then we bash this stupid idiot back here. He's dumb. Oh, yeah. Ooh, block is not removed at the start of your turn. That seems real good, I think. Nah, he's probably going to take away our block all the time, but I would like to weaken him. Okay, so now the enemy is vulnerable, so this just hits him for free. You know what I'm saying? Juggernaut. Insane. 2 mana left. Is he weak yet? I have not weakened him. We're gonna shockwave for that. There we go. Nah. Maybe. 2 mana just kind of seems like it's too much, but also weak seems really good against this boss. We'll see. Okay, okay. Yeah, I'll take that artifact. And there we go. Now we, weaken him more. Okay. Let's go. Perfected strike. Ooh! Devastating. Devastating. Probably gonna want to use this defend. Then my deck lacks in defense. Just wait until we draw Rage, dude. Yo, Pommel Strike draws me 2 cards now. I don't need that card draw right now, though, so we're just going to hit him with that. Intimidate still seems like the best thing. I feel like weakening this guy is a big deal. Okay. So here we go. New turn. Anger. Devastating. How much does this do? 24? So we can hit him for 24, 48, 79. That's almost good enough. That's almost good enough, but he's about to do a lot to us. So I'm going to go defend, which will hit him. Defend, which will hit him. And then... That's true. That's true. You do draw 4, and it could be anger. I didn't think about that. In fact, that says that we should draw it right now. And there it is. Anger. Also intimidate. Oh, but we can't play that many spells per turn. Alright, this is fine. Oh, and then we deal damage at the end of our turn also. Like, this boss is difficult, so I gotta be thinking about these things, you know? The fact that, like... at the end of our turn, we deal, what, 7 damage to him automatically? Yeah. Okay. This is free. This does a lot of damage, and he's dead. No fucking faith these guys have in me. Uh-oh. Something tells me I should keep attacking him. Oh, I can't. Whenever you... Hey, I can't read these right now. Oh yeah, I should have used fire breathing, you're right. Okay, he is now awakened. Check this out. Well, fire breathing I don't need now. Now we use rage. Strike. Iron Wave. Strike. Pommel Strike. Anger. That was a pretty devastating turn, I'd say. It's going to keep us just barely alive. I think we need this rage. Okay, we have 3 life. So, did this just go off? Okay. I have this potion. So I wonder if I should just take the death, you know? Well, he's only going to hit us for 20. And we can gain 11 plus... Where's my plated armor? Oh, is that gone now? I see. The plated armor appears to be gone. So, what I could do is... If I make him weak... If I make him weak... He deals 15. If he's dealing 15... Then block and shrug and defend will save me. So that's what we do. We make him weak. We shrug it off. Does anything else give me defense? No, but I can put another attack in here. Now we say seeing red. Defend. What's my limit? 6? Might as well just do feed. Okay. This could do 20 damage if we took our whole turn. That's no good for me. Do we want bludgeon, though? Not really. I'm having, like, a hand size problem already, so I feel like I need a lot of, I feel like I need a lot of little stuff. Oh, shit. Fire breathing would have been good here. Oh, no. Okay, so he's going to deal 20. So we make him weak. Oh, but then shrug it off isn't enough anymore. And for some reason it only gains 8 block and not 11? Oh, because this one isn't powered up. So I think I'm just going to die this turn. Meaning we might just want to, like... blow the fire breathing or something. Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting the void. Yeah, because now... Well, this is fine still. So I think I don't bother shrugging because the block isn't going to save me anyway. So I'm just going to twin strike him. And now we're going to die. But that gave me my health back, right? So now we can go... if we go rage... So he's hitting me for a lot. Actually, 27. So I guess I just gotta... Well, he only has 73 attack, though, right? So I'm starting to think the idea is... Right. We probably do... Oh, gosh. This fucking void shit is very difficult. Okay, if I'm gonna hit him a bunch this turn, then I'm gonna use Rage, right? So we use Rage, we say Strike. We just use all my strikes. You know what I mean? He has 1 HP. 1 HP. I should have used Hemokinesis. I didn't think about it, really. Well, Deep Breath might give me anger or something for free. Nope. So, he hits me by a lot. And then... Ooh, Dropkick. Yeah, Dropkick is free, dude. And we did it. No fucking faith these people have in me. Uh-oh.
A deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the Spire? The source of this evil? You ready your blade. You deal 728 damage! The heart squirms and bleeds, but is ultimately still pounding. Are your mightiest attacks not enough? You ask yourself, have I been here before? You feel that you have dealt a total of 728 damage to the heart. A total of 14,636,643,707 damage has been dealt by all who have challenged it. The heart pulses louder and louder as your consciousness fades. Victory? Perhaps. But perhaps not.
Ascension unlocked. Alright, we climbed... So, okay. So I beat the game. Sweet. Unlocks remaining 4. Look at all this. Ooh. Limit break. Double your strength. And it exhausts. Cool, cool. Heavy blade. Deal 14 damage. Strength affects this card 3 times. Oh, cool. See you later, Cullen. If the enemy intends to attack, gain 3 strength. Okay, okay. New character. Whoa. Alright. Proceeding. This is not the end of the stream. That's what I was saying earlier. This is just the beginning. Oh, I beat Slay the Spire. Cool. Look at that. Beat it. Beat it. You know, everyone was saying this game was so great. I don't know, guys. I played it for like 3 hours, and I just beat it my first try. Beat it. That was really fun. This game is really cool. It's way cooler. Do you really think you got it? This game is way cooler than I was expecting. You know, I was expecting it to be aight, you know? But, nah, it's really cool. It's very fun. Not fast enough to refund it, though. You got that right. Well, I think we are moving on in the Community Day then, which means it's time to look through some dumb shit before we get into some multiplayer games. So, if you guys have, we should talk about this. We should talk about this. See you later, Cullen. If you guys have Super Smash Bros, Mario Kart, or like some Mario Maker levels that you've made, get that shit ready. Or if you have other multiplayer games like that that you want to play, just I need to feel out what multiplayer game we are going to play. You know what I mean? Based on who's here and what you guys have. Have I been disembodied this whole time? No, that's my keyboard tray. Okay. So, by the way, if it is Smash Bros, I'm not great at it, but, you know, it's fun to play. Whew. Crow isn't here, though, and he... the usual Smash Bros crowd isn't here, but if there's other Smash Bros people here, I'll play you guys. Man, it's like this game was made by 5 people and then translated into multiple languages by 300 people. I do like that their names are, their like nicknames are in here, you know. Sergey. I knew a Sergey. Sergio, that's a cool name. Joaquin, that's a cool name. Nicola, that's a cool name. Bum 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 la da da da. Now I gotta run to the bathroom again though. Oh jeez. This water is going right through me. I will be back in just a moment while these credits roll. And then we move on to our next stuff. All right, thank me. Oh, we were in the credits. I don't know if I'm supposed to wait now and it'll go away, or if it's click again to exit. There we go. Ooh, what's this now? Ah, so we beat the game. So there's, I'm guessing that this means that there's like 3 characters. So now if we were to say play, a new challenge is available once per day. Okay, okay. Oh, well, this makes it look like there's 4 characters. But either way. The 3 will, we beat it with the 3 to unlock the 4th. Whatever, you get, yeah, you know. Alright, well, cool. This game is neat and cool, and I like it. Let's move on. There we go. Let's move on to some dumb shit.